and we were doing the Maggie's Dream thing, and I was kind of going in another direction. And there was a guy in the group who wasn't necessarily nailing the parts, and so I started playing other instruments. And Henry saw that I could play multiple instruments. He and I started talking. We were talking about old records, and we found out that we had a lot in common as far as our taste in recordings. And then when the Let Love Rule music hit me, because it just hit me, I had no idea I was going to make this record. I was playing with other people. I thought I'd be a guitar player, a bass player, a drummer, whatever, in another band. In fact, that's all I was really trying to do.
Yeah,
I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be on the side, and I would have been fine.
So what happened to your dreams of being a session cat? You let them go.
Yeah, exactly. But they were serious dreams, man.
I know.
I wanted to be one of those session guys in LA who was doing like 3-4 sessions a day.
I feel like you could still cut it if you wanted.
And if there were sessions.
I would hire you for a session.
If there were sessions.
You need
right?
work, man. There's some sessions.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing, because I went down to Waterfront for the second album for Mama Said, and like, you just knew all these tricks that I'd always grown up listening to, because I grew up listening to the Beatles and stuff. But I remember, like, when we were doing Mama Said, you just started playing drums, and I guess it was an eighth note feel on the hi-hat. And I remember you came in the room, you were like, throw a slap on the hi-hat, or maybe the whole kit. I think it was the whole kit. Yeah, and you were just like, throw the slap on it. I'm like, what's that? And he throws it through the tape machine.
Well, I stole that from the Beatles. So.
Exactly. Right. But I didn't know how that happened. That was funny. No, but so the funny thing is, you taught me about all that stuff. I mean, I'd heard it before, but I remember seeing Henry, or you set up the tape machine, and I was like, wow, that's how slap happens. You delay it through the tape head on the...
But it was so surreal teaching you about the Beatles. I remember us having conversations.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, show me how to play that song?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, your dad wrote that song.
Yeah.
But that was
you really helped me a lot. Also, the way I play music now, I mean, I got to be honest, I don't want to just be blowing smoke, but I guess this is a good place to blow smoke, at least. I mean, you know, metaphorical smoke.
Yeah.
You did teach me like a lot about what I do now, because I play bass and a bunch of instruments on my stuff, and when I saw you do that, I was like, oh, you can just multi-track yourself, and it was amazing to watch you. I remember you had a green Rickenbacker bass, and you were laying, and I also remember for the first time I ever saw Mellotron, which I don't know if you guys know, is it's famous in the Beatles, especially in Strawberry Fields, like that flute sound, and you played the Mellotron, the little white one on Fields of Joy.
Fields of Joy, that's right.
And I remember being with you, and you were just like, wait, I hear something. Bust out the Mellotron. I was like, what is that? And it was all like slightly out of tune.
Yeah.
And you were like, this is Strawberry Fields, dude. I'm just like, oh man, that's that sound.
Yeah, yeah.
So thank you so much for that. You really showed me. And one of the things I noticed, because I knew you back then, you were down with the analog gear, not just down, like you were the king, let's say, the emperor of analog. And then by the time you did 5, your 5th record, you were just like, I saw you and you were just like, I'm on Pro Tools now.